for Coventry Sphinx in the Northern Premier League Midlands as the Sky Blue and Whites link up with Grantham Town for the first time in the club's history. Grantham's 150th anniversary season has not got off to the desired start after relegation from Step 3 last term, while the Sphinx arrive at the South Kesteven Sports Ground on the back of 3 successive 1-1 draws. Will the Gingerbreads run as fast as they can to just their second victory of the league season, or will the Sphinx make their hosts crumble? Let's find out together with commentary from Liam Cook, coverage sponsored by Cahill Contractors. Coventry Sphinx make 5 changes from the 1-1 draw at home to Boldmere 7 days ago. Shay Willock returns up front after missing the start of last week's game due to travel issues. Rowan Newey makes his first league start for the club. The teenager joined in attack by Jordan Hayward. Joe Percy regains his starting place at right back, while Jack Downs returns to the midfield. Jude Ballinger and Nicholson drop to the bench. 3 alterations for Grantham, with Bradley Munns, Amir Ward and Richard Black drafted in following the 2-1 defeat at Sporting Cowser last time out. No place in the squad for Harvey Henderson, while Sam Eddington and Leke Shadunke take spots amongst the subs. Welcome one and all to the magnificent South Kesteven Sports Ground here in Grantham. Liam Cook coming to you live with this Northern Premier League Midlands tie between Grantham Town and Coventry Sphinx. Let's get you into the starting lineups, kicking off with our hosts of Grantham, starting with the Gingerbreads today. Number 1, Curtis Hall. 2, Ryan Ebanks. 3, Lewis Nicholson. 4, the captain, Sam Muggleton. Number 5, Richard Black. 6, Lewis Daff. 7, Ethan Boyang. 8, Bradley Munns. 9, Lewis Darlington. 10, Luke Harris. And 11, Amir Ward. Substitutes for the Grantham Town team. Number 12, Harry Allen. 14, Freddie Gonsalves. Number 15, Rodrigo Shadunke. 16, Leke Eddington. And 17, Sam Olivant. And for Coventry Sphinx, number 1, Charlie Woods. 2, Joe Percy. 3, Finley Shark. Number 4, Jack Downs. 5 is Lewis Guest. 6, Patrick Zito. 7, making his first Coventry Sphinx league start, is Rowan Newey. Number 8, the captain, Callum Woodward. 9, Shay Willock. 10, Kyle Carey. And 11, Jordan Hayward. And the subs for Coventry Sphinx this afternoon: number 12, Ronnie Nicholson. 14, Jamie Draper. 15, Callum Martin. 17, Callum Ballinger. And number 18, Stanley Jube. Sphinx kicking from right to left in front of the Coventry Sphinx camera in the humongous main stand here at the South Kesteven Sports Ground. Coventry Sphinx in their changed strip of navy shirts with red hoops, with the red shorts and red socks. Home strip as usual for Grantham in the black and white. Early throwing on the halfway line for Coventry Sphinx. Now the problem with this place is for the players, for the throw-ins, is that there is an athletics track running around the South Kesteven Sports Ground, so it may take a while for the ball to come back. But unlike a lot of venues you see at Step 4, there are actually ball boys and girls. First time I've seen that this season. So the goal kick after that throw-in, shepherded into touch, will be taken by Curtis Hall. Guest. That's that one clear towards Shay Willock, and using him as a launch pad was Sam Muggleton. Lunged in by Woodward, snatching it away from the opposite number 18, Bradley Munns. Launched over the back line of Grantham with Jordan Hayward now back in the starting line to make an immediate impact. Slid away by Richard Black out for the corner, just the wrong side of that corner flag. So Callum Woodward in just the 3rd minute with a chance for Coventry Sphinx with this corner kick. Hayward making a nuisance of himself in front of the Gingerbreads back line. It's towards Guest, looking for his first goal in over a year. Wasn't a million miles away on that occasion. Headed just wide by the Sphinx vice captain. Well, there won't be any updates from the Sky Blues this afternoon. Unfortunately, Coventry City lost 1-0 at Preston North End. The Deepdale hoodoo continues for Coventry City. We did have a goal disallowed as well, so it's not the most enjoyable afternoon for the travelling Sky Blue Army. Up north in Lancashire, hopefully the trip to Grantham for the Sky Blue and Whites will be a tad sweeter against the Gingerbreads. Charlie Woods with a simple gather as burst from Grantham came to nothing down the left flank. On this near side with Finn Shark. Downs under pressure. Downs hits the deck. Referee says nothing doing. It's with Bradley Munns. Looks for a route in from the right-hand side. Covered off by Finley Shark. Now back into the danger zone by Daff. Munns again. Darlington. Munns. Grantham caught in the corner here. Zito providing the roadblock, but Darlington comes away with it. Looking for more space to get the cross away. Ryan Ebanks whips it in. Joe Percy preventing Amir Ward getting to the seconds first. Boyang forced away from the net. Now it's with Nicholson. Sphinx standing firm at the back. And the Gingerbreads forced back into their own half momentarily with Black. Aimless ball from the back from Black. And straight into the grateful gloves of Charlie Woods. And the Grantham supporters on the far side making their voices heard. Members of the Sphinx faithful have made the long trip to Grantham, some of them on the coach. The camaraderie was a great thing for Coventry Sphinx on the coach. Hopefully that will buoy them towards victory. Kyle Carey looking for inroads, but shielded back to the goalkeeper. Curtis Hall comes out and claims it. Four-time score from the Premier League. Spurs 4, West Ham 1. Certainly pleasing our joint manager, John Woodward. A die-hard Spurs fan. In the Championship, Cardiff 5, Plymouth 0. Surprise scoreline there. Luton 3, Watford 0. Luton, of course, the next visitors to the CBS next Saturday. Oxford 1, West Brom 1. As we told you, Preston 1, Coventry City 0. The launch in by Hall looked to be dangerous there, bouncing towards the goalkeeper Charlie Woods. I mean, Ward tried his best to get on the end of it. It was just a bounce too far. Zito. Finley Shark has firmly regained his left-back role after that injury hit start to the season. Nice give and go with Kyle Carey. Woodward, Jordan Hayward races down the left. Covered up by Ebanks, needs some help. Downline with Woodward, first time dink into the area. And Hall sees it floating over him out for the goal kick. Ironic cheers from the Gingerbread faithful on the far side in the South Kesteven District Council stand, but there's one player who enjoys that sort of behaviour, and it's Callum Woodward. You could have an argument in a phone box with no money, that lad. Curtis Hall, he's taking his time with this one. We'll of course keep you up to date what's going on around the grounds in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. There's already been 2 early goals. Corby 1-0 up at home to a rejuvenised Long Eaton United, and Darlaston are beating Sutton Coldfield. Roan Nui tricking his way through. Great bit of skill on show by Nui, and the referee has not given the foul there. So it will be a drop ball to Coventry Sphinx, but he's just concerned. Well, I believe it was Luke Harris who went down. Maybe a flailing arm from Rowan Nui catching him in the face. It was actually Lewis Nicholson who hit the deck. So the referee will get us underway with a drop ball to Sphinx. About 10 yards into their own territory. End-to-end stuff in the opening 7 minutes. Two sides who could do with the points. Grantham in 21st, a very surprising position to find them in after they came into this season well fancied. The drop ball was collected by Lewis Daff. Forces the throw in from Rowan Nui, 5 yards down line from the halfway point on the left side. Beautiful view of the Grantham Hills around the South Kesteven Sports Ground to our right. Launched up towards Guess, and Guess nods that one clear. Woodward deals with it well. Overhead kick from Carey. Willock would give chase. Nicholson couldn't get anything on that header. Willock tries to bring it to feet and does. A sizable frame of Willock keeping it in. Woodward ducks away from the challenge of Darlington. Was looking for an option down the right. No one presented themselves. It rolls harmlessly back to Hall in his peach-coloured goalkeeping kit. Charlie Woods in turquoise. Hall into the danger zone it goes. Darlington, little shove in the back of Joe Percy in frustration, but he was never getting to that ball. Neither side have really got a foothold in this game yet, but still early days. Here's Shorrock in his own backyard. Carey the target, cushions it for Jordan Hayward. Wait, the throw out of that one as it blasted it off Daff, but it's kept in by Richard Black. Boyang. It's with Muggleton, the captain. Just strength on show from Willock, or was it? No, the referee calls it back for the free kick. It looked initially as it was a good piece of physicality from the Alvechurch loanee. That's the referee feeling it was a tad too enthusiastic. Early goal in the Premier League, Southampton 1-0 at home to Leicester through Cameron Archer. Anyone who knows my history of Leicester knows I'm happy to see that scoreline. Free kick flicked on by Harris. Patrick Zito under pressure from Darlington. Uncharacteristic there to see Zito scrambling. He's forced to punt out on this near side. Darlington doing well. Oh, the ball goal getting the adulation from the Grantham fans to our right. Sometimes a thankless job. That's a very important one. As the skipper, Sam Muggleton, ready to launch this one into the danger zone for Grantham. Good strong header away by Willock. Hayward tries to keep the attack going and does. Swats aside Harris. Nui keeps it going with Kyle Carey, and Willock has raced the length of the pitch. Past the defender, it's Shea Willock. That would have been a beautiful goal, but the block well made by Ryan Ebanks. Shea Willock obviously getting some inspiration from the athletics track around the pitch as he was racing like Usain Bolt from one goal to another. "11 minutes gone at the South Kesteven Sports Ground, still scoreless between Grantham and Coventry Sphinx. Joe Percy, great slide in. Snatches the ball away from Munns. High ball along the right. Carey tries to keep that one in on the halfway line, but it bounces over the white line. Muggleton will take it on the fringes of his own turf. And Boyang was the target, but again the Sphinx head gets to it, but plenty of distance on that throw-in one. Now knocking on the door of the Sphinx penalty area. And the Grantham fans around us before the games were saying it is crucial that Grantham win this match and kickstart their season. The only team below Grantham is another surprise struggler in Hinckley Leicester Road. Both teams have had a terrible start after being quietly fancied for the title. Throw in and nodded out of the area by Willock. Boyang will try and make sure that goes into touch, and it does, but only for the throw. I think he was hoping for a corner there. So it will be a throw in for Grantham Town on this near side, right in the corner. And it looks like Grantham's answer to Rory Delap, Sam Muggleton, is preparing again. Shea Willock staying back to add an aerial presence and defensive duty. It was aimed towards Daff. Put back in, but harmlessly wide. To let us know If you're enjoying the coverage here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel, hit that like button and leave any shout-outs in the comment section. Big shout-out to Destiny Thomas, Sonia Williams and Delina Moore. Delina and Sonia, regular audience members on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel, supporting their man Kyle Carey. Joe Percy with space to utilise. Lofts it in towards Willock, brings it down. Can he get past the defender? Scoops it over the woodwork there, Shea Willock. Looking to score for the third time since his return from suspension. The ball finally delivered to Curtis Hall, the Gingerbread's shot stopper. Callum Ballinger going for a quick warm-up for Coventry Sphinx. Unlucky perhaps not to be retaining his starting place. Shark diving in with a header was Boyang. Into the path of Guest. Munner's looking to put through Harris. Percy says not today and fires it towards the halfway line. Black up for it. Game of head tennis starting here at the Sarka 7 Sports Ground. Daff charged down by Jack Downs. Oh, good header by Muggleton. Does it allow Rowan Nui onto the ball? It's certainly given him the opportunity. Battles for it, eventually crowded out. Up to Nicholson, little shove from behind by Lewis Guest, and that will be a free kick to Grantham. And a quick one taken to Ethan Boyang. Just across from the left-hand side. Grantham Town looking for the early goal. Deflected behind, I believe Callum Woodward got the block. And it will be a corner kick for Grantham. Well, both teams will see this as winnable. Coventry Sphinx coming to the 21st place side in the league. Grantham against a team who they've seen have drawn their last three and need to pick up more wins. And it is headed in! Lewis Darlington with a close range effort, the darling of the Grantham crowd, 16 minutes in, gives the home supporters what they want to see. Right place, right time for Lewis Darlington. Got his bounce on it into the ground and over the line. Grantham with the perfect start at the South Kesteven Sports Ground. Grantham Town 1, Coventry Sphinx 0. Well, Sphinx have been no strangers to falling behind this season. It's how they fight back. They fell behind against Rugby, against Boldmere. In their two of their last three matches, and came back to get a share of the spoils. You have to think for the Sphinx management duo, Sean Thomas and John Woodward, that wouldn't be enough today. They came here wanting to win, and they have not got off to the best of starts. Boyang. Nicholson. Ethan Boyang gives chase, just gets there before he crosses the line. Rowan Nui couldn't snatch it away. Nicholson again. Here's Daff. Blacks up for it and brought down well by Charlie Nicholson, by Charlie Woods. That's a great kick from Woods, and Woodward offside as he picks up the ball on the edge of the area beyond the last defender. It was looking promising for Jordan Hayward. 10 yards outside his box. It's with the goalkeeper, Lewis Hall. Sorry, Curtis Hall, I should say. Hayward. That's with Luke Harris for Grantham Town. Comes to nothing and scooped away by Jordan Hayward. Black nods it back. Nicholson, chest control. Munns, back to Nicholson. And puts it through for Amir Ward, who wasn't expecting it, but he's got there now. Nicholson for the second! Couldn't miss. It's the perfect Saturday afternoon for Lewis Darlington. And a soft, soft goal for the Sphinx to concede. Darlington with the entire net to aim at. And he wasn't going to disappoint the sizable crowd. 19 minutes gone in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. And it's looking increasingly likely already, less than 20 minutes in, that Grantham could be on course for just their second victory in the league this season. Well, questions will be asked of the defending there. Why was Darlington allowed the freedom of Grantham within the penalty area? There was nothing that Charlie Woods could do. It was him against the world. And it's not looking to be a successful trip for Coventry Sphinx, but plenty of time to go, but it will need something special from here. Shark. Couldn't find Jordan Hayward, and Darlington could be through again here. Darlington for a 20-minute hat-trick, zoning in on goal. This time Guess says no, but Lewis Guess, really a lucky man there, was forcing Lewis Darlington away. Well, even the Sphinx commentator has to say that looked like a penalty. Darlington got the ball past Guess, and Guess basically almost a bear hug there on Lewis Darlington. The referee, pretty much the only man I believe within the stadium, didn't think that was a penalty. Well, it's safely back with Woods now, but Coventry Sphinx really need to collect themselves here. The last 5 minutes have been disastrous for Sean Thomas and John Woodward's team. Nicholson. Amir Ward knocks it into the centre circle. Carl Carey momentarily brought it back to Sphinx control, but Bo Yang on the end of it to bring it back to Grantham control. Lunge in by Zito, had to get that right, but it still ends up at the feet of Luke Harris. Deflected cross, Garrett at the near post by Woods. It's constant Grantham pressure at the moment. Here's Rowan Newey. What can he do to change things? I guess they're throwing out of it, trying to find a route around Lewis Nicholson with those tricky feet. Willock barges aside Lewis Daff, but forced back where he came from. Joe Percy darts past Boyang, now taking on Nicholson. He's took it over the white line, and I think would have gone out for a goal kick anyway. Good drive by Joe Percy, but at the moment Sphinx just look out of ideas. So the throw launched up towards the halfway line, guessed up for it. Woodward punts it towards Shea Willock, nodded away. It's chipped to the left-hand side, and Jordan Hayward going up against Iran Ebanks in the area, couldn't nod it past him, and now thumped up towards Ward. Zito. Not quite the heaviest back pass in the world, but swiftly dealt with by Woods. Offside flag again raised against Jordan Hayward. He's having a problem with that offside trap. So free kick for Grantham Town, who at the halfway point of the first half lead Coventry Sphinx by 2-0. 2 quick-fire goals from striker Lewis Darlington has separated the two sides comfortably. It's launched in towards Darlington again. Zito able to preventing nodding it into the danger zone. Now Sphinx move away with Jordan Hayward. Did he prevent the ball from going out? No, he didn't. So throw it in front of the home dugout. Gingerbread's manager, Louis Bland, will be happy with what he's seen so far. Far from a bland performance. Run up and launch from Muggleton. It bounces into the penalty area. Who's going to deal with it? It's finally Callum Woodward who steps up and takes control. Jordan Hayward swats Amir Ward aside. Sorry, swats Muggleton aside, I should say. But it was actually a free kick given to Coventry Sphinx there. I can only imagine it's the reaction of Sam Muggleton, which has resulted in a Sphinx free kick on the left side of their own box. Well, Lewis gets barking orders at his team, not happy with what he's seen in the opening 25 minutes. Woods looking for Nui. Carey chases the seconds. Beaten to it by Nicholson, who plays it out onto the athletics track. So Sphinx have the throw, which will be taken by Percy. He's got Nui and Carey in support. Willock. Woodward's there. Neat slider to take it away, but Nui has brought it back for Sphinx. Here's Jack Downs. Dinked on by Woodward, couldn't find Carey. And out by Black. Another throw-in halfway into Grantham territory. Woodward knocks it back for Percy, avoids the lunge in, and that'll be a free kick for Coventry Sphinx. And the referee wants a word with the infringing player, Lewis Nicholson. Only a word at this stage. Well, the Sphinx need some magic here to get them back into this game. They have woken up in the last couple of minutes, but after that disastrous 5-minute spell, they find themselves in a rough position. Can Kyle Carey do something to help Sphinx wade out of these troubled waters? It's Carey. Zito's there. Couldn't make a clean contact on the ball. Boyang tries to shield it out and plays it along the touchline and out. Shark will look to get Sphinx underway quickly, but no one presenting themselves. Sphinx slow to move out from the corner. Now it was Shea Willock and volleyed out. Well, the volley from Ebanks actually took a touch on the way through from Shea Willock, so it will be a throw-in to Grantham, level with their own penalty area. Decision which has left Sean Thomas befuddled on the Coventry Sphinx touchline. Hoofed up by Ebanks. Boyang. First onto the header, but the second's collected by Woodward. Willock nods it up. Who will give chase? Nui will give chase. Has he got there for the goalkeeper? Yes, he did. Did it touch the arm? Yes, it did. He's put it in the net, but it won't count. Maybe Nui's intrusive thoughts letting him down there. Made the block on Curtis Hall. Had the ball at his mercy, but used the left arm to control. And the referee wasn't going to miss that one. Hall. Just kept in by the head of Darlington. Carey up for it, couldn't bring it back for Sphinx. Slide in by Woodward, doesn't do anything to Munns. Another lunge in by Nui. Again, Munns avoids it. Darlington. Holds it up well for Boyang. Deflected off Downs. Whipped in. Harris was waiting for it, but the curling ball ends up in one goal, but that is the training goal Well, cheers from the Grantham Town supporters. They thought they'd seen the third goal of the afternoon. That one's not going to count. Charlie Woods. A comeback is needed for Coventry Sphinx. Can they kick-start it? Willock to Carey. Woodward on the halfway line. Slightly wayward ball. Guest able to deal with it, but under pressure from Luke Harris. Zito nods away under pressure from Darlington, and so far everything has gone Grantham Town's way. Is this the true start to their season? Throwing in front of the home dugout, which will be taken by Ryan Ebanks. Ebanks. Low header away by Shaywork. So Finley Shark, I should say. Woodward. Rowan Newey gives chase. Nicholson beats him to that particular punch. Rod on for Bradley Munns. Here's Ethan Boyang. Nowhere to go. And Sphinx man's been caught on the way through there. That's Callum Woodward who stayed down. Referee says nothing doing. Just a cross on the left-hand side for Amir Ward. Or is he going to go for glory himself? He is, and Darlington was there, couldn't make the contact. Rolled agonisingly in front of both Luke Harris and Lewis Darlington. It just took a stretch from one of them to make it 3-0. "15 minutes to go until the break here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that like button if you are enjoying today's coverage. We will have highlights of this afternoon's fixture on the YouTube channel tomorrow afternoon. So make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when that video goes live. We will be going off air at half-time for around 10 minutes, so get yourself a glass of something cold or a mug of something hot and get back here for 4 o'clock. Day's flown by. And so, well, Darlington hitting the deck in hope rather than expectation there after the slightest of contacts from behind by Patrick Zito. Let's let you know what's going on around the grounds in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Rushden and Diamonds 0, Sporting Cowser 0. Bolmere 0, Anstey Nomads 1, Coleshill 0, Quorn 0, Corby 4, Long Eaton 0. Big scoreline there. Darlaston 1, Sutton Coldfield 1, Hinckley 0, Rugby 0. As Callum Woodward looking for the run of Rowan Newey. It's cut out by Nicholson. Ward. Putting Joe Percy under pressure. Both men hit the deck and it slid out, taking a final touch off a prone Percy. And there is going to be a short break in play here as Ethan Boyang is in need of some help. We'll continue the score lines in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Loughborough Students 1, Lytown 0, Wellingborough 1, Racing Club Warwick 0. Remember, Coventry Sphinx head to Wellingborough on Tuesday night, and Worcester City 0, Shepshed Dynamo 0. A reminder that due to the ongoing issues at the club, Walsall Wood versus Bedworth United has been postponed. Worrying times for the Wood. Of course, send our best wishes to everyone connected with Walsall Wood Football Club at this time. I think supporters of football in Coventry know better than most how hard it can be in this sort of situation. As I look in the Premier League, Fulham 1, Aston Villa 1, Ipswich 0, Everton 0, Manchester United 0, Brentford 0, Newcastle 0, Brighton 0, and Southampton 2, Leicester City 0. Second goal for Southampton coming from Joe Aribo. In the Championship, full-time scores we've already told you about, including Coventry City losing 1-0 at Preston. Blackburn 1, Swansea 0, Middlesbrough 0, Bristol City 1, Millwall 0, Derby 0, QPR 1, Portsmouth 1, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Burnley 0, and Stoke 0, Norwich 0. In by Moggleton. And surely for the third, off the line. Over a kick by Willock. Amir Ward really should have put that one over. Moggleton. Back in, but no one home. And appeals of the penalty there. I think the referee's got that one right. Shea Willock going for the ball. And the Grantham man taking a tumble. And Jordan Hayward outpacing Lewis Daff. Can he do the same with Ryan Ebanks? It's going to be a tall order. Slides inside it into the area. Rowan Newey tries to get to the seconds, but cleared well by Lewis Nicholson. Shea Willock looking to dance around Lewis Daff. Now wrestling with the number 6, and he's got the foul out of it. Well, it's a strong man who can outmuscle Shea Willock, but Lewis Daff did it, although illegally. Well, this is Kyle Carey territory. He loves a free kick. Does the Sphinx top scorer. Callum Woodward standing over it too. Three-man wall. Is it going to be Carey or Woodward? It looks increasingly likely it is going to be the captain, Callum Woodward. It was dipping, not quite dipping enough. Didn't hit that one as sweetly as he would have liked to, Callum Woodward. He's going to be an important factor in lifting the Sphinx spirits at half-time, just 10 minutes until the break. There's going to be some hard words to swallow in that dressing room. Hall. Just looking for Bradley Munns, but it's lofted away. Back into the danger zone by Moggleton. Darlington, has he strayed offside? Yes, he has. Well, if a striker's got that amount of room, usually there is a reason. And we're going to need another match ball here. Sphinx appealing that Lewis Darlington kicked the ball away, which on a pitch like this is going to make a big difference. We finally get underway again after that offside free kick. It's Woods. Carey the target. Carey shove from behind, not enough to take him off his feet according to the referee. Cleared as far as Zito. Volleyed on by Zito. Great touch by Jordan Hayward. Overlap being made by Callum Woodward, but Hayward continues. Rolls it into the centre for last season's player of the year, Joe Percy. Needs some inspiration from him. It's in towards Jack Downs, headed up by the number 5, Richard Black. Woodward slipped to keep it alive, but stumbled as he knocked the ball on. And thumped away as far as Zito. Dinks it over the head of Fendi Shorrock. Holds up well, Kyle Carey. Oh, deflected to the scorer of both Grantham goals. Darlington looks to slip it through for Harris. Zito again is the difference in the back. Rowan Newey. Willock's got to stay on side. Has he stayed on side? Well, the ball rolls out for the goal kick anyway. I think Willock was cutting his losses there. The referee's assistant on that far side was thinking about raising the flag. We saw it come up a couple of times. But it does roll out for the goal kick. If you're just joining us here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel, good afternoon to you. I hope you're enjoying the coverage. Sphinx not enjoying their trip to Grantham thus far. After 37 minutes, it's Grantham Town 2, Coventry Sphinx 0. Zito leaps above Darlington. Rowan Newey, shoulder to shoulder with his opposite number 7 in Boyang. Skips past Lewis Nicholson. Oh, eventually he was caught in possession. Newey, an exciting prospect in this Sphinx team, and he's got it back from Nicholson. Cheaply given away by the Gingerbread's number 3. Percy, high cross, while Peter Crouch wasn't going to get his head on that one. Straight out for the goal kick. Hall's kick. Loaded into the ground by Zito. First the seconds is Daff. Ward makes the chase down the left-hand side, shoulder to shoulder with Percy. Percy just knocks it over the line. Throw in. In fact, no, foul touch coming off Amir Ward. So Coventry Sphinx have the throw, level with their own box. Nice up towards Carey, just fizzes over the head of the Sphinx number 10. Here's Willock. Runs into the path of Richard Black, thumps that one into touch. Another delay as we get the match ball back. Percy. Looks for Willock, doesn't quite reach him, headed back where it came from by Munns. Nicholson can only pick out Patrick Zito in the centre circle. Bobbles to Finley Shorrock. Carey trying to find a route around Ebanks, but it's Ebanks who dispossesses the Sphinx man. And an ill-judged challenge from behind by Kyle Carey. He's heading in the book. Yellow card for the Sphinx forward. And Bradley Munns is going to need some help here. It was actually Ryan Ebanks who was hacked down, but Munns clearly in some discomfort. Well, if you're enjoying today's coverage and you want to hear more, we're back on Tuesday with a trip to the one of the best names of a non-league stadium I've ever had, the Dog and Duck Ground. People like to say it's Dog and Duck football. Well, it is on Tuesdays. We make the trip to Wellingborough, a match with the Doughboys. That kicks off at 7:45 this coming Tuesday. Grantham back to full strength. It's going to be Luke Harris to whip it in. Guess they always hold Richard Black at bay. And it's out on the far side for a Coventry Sphinx throw, level with their own box. Very little to shout about in the opening 41 minutes, and there's going to be an early change here for Grantham. I can only imagine that Bradley Munns is not able to continue, and with the scoreline as it is, there's no real reason for Grantham to take any sort of risk. And it is indeed Bradley Munns replaced by Eddington. So it's going to be Sam Eddington on. First change of the afternoon for Grantham Town. They'll get underway with a drop ball on the far side of the field on the halfway line. There it goes, the feet of Nicholson. Turns away from his opposition and rolls it back with Curtis Hall. Percy. Eddington. Knocking on the door of Sphinx's final third. Now it's with Darlington. He won't be able to shoot from there, but he'll get the cross in. Boyang juggled it in the air as he tried to bring it down, but Percy steams in and swipes it away. Sends Willock on a mission. Muggleton. It's a rather soft tumble by the captain, Sam Muggleton, but the referee has given the free kick inside their own area. And another injury problem for Grantham, this time it's Ethan Boyang. Another delay, and once again the physios are called over. It remains 2-0. to Grantham Town. There's another injury stoppage, means there'll be more added time. Could be set for another substitution here, and well, bad news for the home side as Munns is being held back to the dressing room. He's already been withdrawn, of course, but is not able to walk in his own power. Of course, wish the best to Bradley Munns in his recovery. Well, Boyang is also being replaced, and he's going to be replaced by Rodrigo Gonçalves. So 2 changes before the break, enforced by injury for Grantham. Not ideal. And the added time will now be announced. 5 minutes. 5 minutes of added time at the conclusion of the first half. So 2 goals, but 2 injuries for Grantham. Mixed for the Gingerbreads. And already time wasting on show for Grantham. A tad early. There's still another 45 minutes plus. Although they are in a comfortable position. So it's going to be Muggleton to take the throw deep into Sphinx turf. In by Muggleton. Gets up for it, diverted away from the net, and Jack Downs will finish the job. Racing across his own box and gets the goal kick, blasts it out off Gonçalves. Charlie Woods will get us underway if Sphinx can get 1 back before the break. And they're in with a real shout after half time. Woods drifting towards the left-hand side of that centre circle. Willock nods it on for Newey. Newey nods it over the back line. Can Jordan Hayward get there? Swing and a miss by Nicholson. Jordan Hayward to pull one back for Coventry Sphinx. Tucked away neatly. A sweet goal against the Gingerbreads for Jordan Hayward. And the Sky Blue and Whites have hope again. 90 seconds into added time. Jordan Hayward has halved the deficit and has made this upcoming second half very interesting. Is there even time for one more before half-time? And Sphinx going level, who knows? Racing up is the man who gave away the ball at that crucial moment, Nicholson. And he's got the corner out of it. A slide by Percy takes it out for the corner. After he embarked down the left-hand side on a one-man mission, trying to atone for the error. Grantham looking to get their 2-goal lead back. It's swung out of the near post by Sharp for another corner kick from the left. It's started away by Woodward. Fired back in, where it would have been a decent ball in a rugby match between the posts, but sadly for Grantham, that one flies over the crossbar, and another injury concern for Grantham as Lewis Guest is unhappy about something. I'm not entirely sure what. And the physio called over for a 3rd time. And not sure who the injured player is. We'll have to wait and see. Well, the process of elimination, I believe it's Lewis Daff who has hit the ground hard. Coventry Sphinx, a reminder of the substitutes should they be needed after the break. 3 defensive ones in Nicholson, Draper and Martin, central midfielder Callum Ballinger and attacker Stanley Jube. Sphinx still awaiting the return of striker Sam Lockley after he was sent off on his Coventry Sphinx debut. The suspension has now elapsed, but he is now struggling with a toe injury. Oh, Daff is back on his feet and will be ready to go. Sphinx with an impromptu team talk. We've had 4 minutes of the added 5, but of course there has been an injury delay of 2 minutes, plus the goal, so I would assume there's going to be another 2 minutes at least. Woods. Chested down nicely by Percy. Asking a lot of Shea Willock, but Willock is going to go for it. Richard Black clears as far as Kyle Carey. Sphinx coming back for more. Woodward. Crucial head away by Banks with Hayward lurking menacingly behind him. Gonsalves. Willock. Finished shot, nodded his boy to the ground in dangerous circumstances with a boot flying towards his head. And Carey loses the ball in a dangerous position here. Racing towards the net, Grantham Town. Nicholson. And we're back for the second half here at the South Kesteven Sports Ground. Live coverage of Grantham Town versus Coventry Sphinx continuing on our YouTube channel. Half-time score, Grantham 2, Coventry 1. A late goal from Jordan Hayward, bringing it back to 2-1. Apologies if we lost connection towards the end of the first half. We had some technical issues here in Grantham, but hopefully all set to go for the second half. And an early free kick there as the number 11 Amy Award brought down on the corner of the box. Just to bring you up to speed, there were 2 late injury-driven substitutions for the home side, with Bradley Munns drafted off, as well as Ethan Boyang. They've been replaced by Sam Eddington and Rodrigo Gonçalves. And after those changes, it was starting to look like Grantham was struggling towards the end of the first half, and that would have been a great start to the second, as it was headed towards the far bottom corner. Fantastic reactions from Charlie Woods, plucking the ball away. Callum Woodward, the Sphinx look to march on. Nicholson. That's with Sam Eddington. Couldn't find his way for a sea of navy and red. Hayward. Space on the left-hand side for Finley Shorrock. Through the centre circle it goes to Lewis Guest. He's just trying to calm things down. Can they dictate the pace of this second half? Percy. To Carey. Slide by Kyle Carey. Got enough of the ball for the referees liking. Of course, Carey has to be careful. He was booked in that first half. Guest puts it through. Unfortunately, time slip for Rowan Newey just as he looks set to latch onto that free ball in the penalty area, but safely back with Curtis Hall. That's Hall away. Looking towards Gonçalves. Not back with the Sphinx back line as far as Kyle Carey. Going up against his opposite number 10 in Luke Harris. Turns away from his opposite 10. And Finley Shorrock trying to play it along the far touchline. He's played it over it. Throw in just into Grantham territory for the Gingerbreads. Downs. Darlington. Little tug from behind by Shorrock, enough to take him off his feet. As far as Ebanks. Ebanks looking for Darlington along the right side. Hardly hit. And Zito away. Cushioned into touch by Ebanks, and Coventry Sphinx have the throw deep into Grantham territory. Shorrock. Here's Shea Willock flicked on to Hayward, and Rowan Newey giving chase there. Can Hayward get the ball into Newey? No, he can't. Shielded well by the number 4, Sam Muggleton, just as Newey was trying to get onto it. And Newey is looking dangerous in the early goings of the second half. Just wanted to confirm that actually Tuesday's game against Wellingborough is actually at Sphinx Drive. It's not an away game, it's a home game, so get to the ground if you can. Apologies for that. Eddington. It's a neat turn by Harris, but didn't have the time he thought. Shorrock with the interception. Willock back to Shorrock, slides it on for Kyle Carey. Space to utilise if Hayward can be found. Hayward is found. Newey, can he stay onside in the area? It's played over Rowan Newey. And it's bounced out for the goal kick, but Sphinx looking dangerous. Hall again with the ball at his feet. In that peach-coloured goalkeeping kit. Guest nodded up behind Darlington. It's out for the throw, knocking on the door of the Sphinx penalty area. Can Coventry regroup at the back? And Sean Thomas unhappy. He feels that Darlington got the final touch on that one. The referee is adamant as it is a Grantham ball, and I think he's right. So the captain Muggleton on throwing duty again. Grantham's answer to Rory Delap. There's Shorrock. Oh, it's scooted into his own area there by Callum Woodward. Guest able to deal with it. Will it come back with Muggleton on the left-hand side. Muggleton can't reach it. It was drilled to the left wing. So a throw in their own backyard for the visiting Sky Blue and Whites in their changed navy and red away strip. There goes the throw. Willock's header. Woodward nods it up. Consalves with the overhead kick. Low header by Lewis Guest to find his captain Callum Woodward. Hayward. Pressure from behind by Black. It's picked up by Patrick Zito. Shark with space out wide, but he needs help and rolls it through a Grantham sandwich to find Jack Downs. Lofts it up for Carey. It's a diving header away by Daff. Daff again making the interception from Downs. He looked for Carey once more. It's safely back with Shark. Here's Zito. And Callum Woodward stabs at it again and gives it away to Amir Ward. Ward again from Consalves, couldn't get the return ball away. And Woodward now through for Kyle Carey. This is Carey's chance to get back on the score sheet. Kyle Carey. Black halts his run, can't get the shot away, runs into Newey. Woodward chips to Jordan Hayward. Willock's in there. Carey couldn't get to the ball before it's cleared by Nicholson. Spinks' best spell of pressure in the entire game. And really, it should have yielded more. Now back with Woods. And Finley Shorrock putting a toe in on Amir Ward. And the referee giving the free kick. About 10 yards outside Spinks' penalty area. And there could well be a change coming up here as Paul Seddon, the Spinks kit man, is readying the substitute board. A reminder of the substitutes that Coventry Sphinx have. Riley Nicholson, the right back, centre back Jamie Draper, left back Callum Martin, centre mid Callum Ballinger and winger Stanley Jube. Well, Draper's stripped off. Is he going to be coming on? Free to come in from Harris. Zito does well. Knotted out to Woodward, skied by Woodward, kept alive by Eddington. Gonsalves, back to Eddington. Grantham push back, but they're coming back for more. Space out wide with Amir Ward. Crossing opportunity from the number 11, covered up by Percy, goes for goal himself. Nothing that Woods couldn't handle. A quick kick from Woods. Looking for Rowan Newey, and two defenders failing to deal with it. Newey into the path of Ryan Ebanks, who thumps it up for the corner. But a combination of Daff and Nicholson should have had it covered, but neither could bring it back to Grantham. And one of the Grantham coaches, a little lackadaisical in kicking that ball for the corner. And the referee telling the Grantham coaching team in no uncertain terms to stop messing around. Even the Grantham faithful to our right don't want to see time wasting at this early stage. It's been a good competitive game. They want to make sure it stays that way. It's Woodward with the delivery. Zito's up there as his guest. Got it behind for another corner. This time it came off the head of Sam Muggleton. Well, there was disaster afield for Manchester United at Old Trafford as Ethan Pinnock put Brentford in front, but now Alejandro Garnacho has just equalised, so cross is averted for Eric Ten Hag. Woodward, second delivery in a minute. Just a good strong header away by Black. Shark keeps it alive for Spinks. Out wide again with Woodward, first time delivery. Guest is up there, Guest offside as it was nodded onto his own crossbar there by Richard Black. I think it would have been easy pickings for Curtis Hall anyway. Hall's clearance from the goal kick. Percy flicked on by Lewis Guest, and it'll be a throw for Coventry Sphinx there as Muggleton tried to swipe it upfield but just swept it out for the throw. Now Grantham are happy that Sphinx are starting so quickly. Finley Shark looking to beat Harris for pace. Downs lofts it beautifully for Jordan Hayward. The offside flag up. I'm not sure that Jordan Hayward was offside there. Well, Hayward bemused. It was tight, but I don't think Hayward was the wrong side of the last man. I think Sphinx had been outdone there. Well, let's have a look for the latest scores in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. After the half-time break, Rushden Diamonds 0, Sporting Cowser 2, Boldmere 2, Anstey 2, Coleshill 0, Quorn 1, Corby 5, Long Eaton 0, Darlaston 1, Sutton Coldfield 1, Hinckley 2, Rugby 0. That is a massive scoreline for Hinckley LRFC. As Darlaston are 2-1 up, they need to keep distance with them as Coventry Sphinx try and drag them back here through Shea Willock, just snatched at the effort. And it's narrowly wide. Continuing the scores, Loughborough 2, Lye 0, Wellingborough 4, Racing Club Warwick 0, and Worcester 1, Shepshed 0. A reminder, of course, that Walsall Wood were set to host Sphinx's local rivals Bedworth, but that game's been called off due to ongoing issues off the pitch at Oak Park. And more injury woes for Grantham Town. An awkward landing has jolted the knee of Lewis Darlington, who has scored both goals for Grantham. They've already lost Boyang and Munns to injury in the first half. They can ill afford to lose another. They does not look promising for Darlington. The remaining substitutes for Grantham, Freddie Allen, Leke Shadunke and Harry Olivant. Sphinx have yet to make their first change. They were stirring around the start of the second half. They do have Nicholson, Draper, Martin, Ballinger and Jube on the bench. Attendance of 272 just announced at the South Kesteven Sports Ground. Oh, is Nicholson going to be able to continue? It looks doubtful. Well, a sub has been ready. That is Harry Olivant, who has just walked onto the pitch. It's actually Amir Ward who's been replaced. So Amir Ward is on for Harry Olivant. Darlington is going to try and continue, but he does not look particularly comfortable. He's going to try and run it off. And a drop ball will be sent back to Coventry Sphinx. No, they're going to go for Gonsalves, headed away by Percy. Carey threads it through beautifully for Finley Shorrock. Hayward in front of him, Willock and Ronui up there too. Brought down well on the edge of the area by Kyle Carey. Looks for Hayward, cut out by Olivant. Thumped away by Ebanks. Zito. All the way back with Woods. Darlington is back on the pitch and moving a little bit more freely. Not into the area. Ronui just a pace behind it from the header from Shea Willock. Well gathered by Curtis Hall, coming up to the hour mark in the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Remains Grantham 2, Coventry Sphinx 1. The Sphinx have been looking the more promising side after the break. Willock was offside and Grantham almost halted there as they believed they had the time they wanted on the ball, but they didn't realise that Nui and Hayward were onside and were putting them under pressure as they eventually curled down on this near side. But Grantham are starting to look a bit shaky. Percy's throw. It's over Willock. Nodded up by Sam Muggleton. Corner to the Sphinx. Well, Stanley Jube's going for a warm-up. In fact, no, he's going to the dressing room now. He must have forgot something at half-time. Callum Woodward with the corner. Can Sphinx capitalise on the pressure they've been pushing on their opposition? No, it's nodded through the penalty area and cleared by Ebanks. A bit of a waste, really. And the clearance from Ebanks gets plenty of distance between ball and goal, but it will be a throw-in for the Sphinx. Throw taken deep into Sphinx territory from Percy to Woods. Woods down the centre, but it was the target. Black who gets his head on that one. Ollivant. Charged down by Finley Shorrock. Hayward to Downs. Back to Jordan Hayward, who got Sphinx's goal and runs it into touch. It's the end of the Sphinx move. Well, Stanley Jube looks like he's starting to prepare for an introduction. Throw along the right touchline. It's with Rodrigo Gonçalves. Trying to duck and dive away from Patrick Zito. Zito in with the challenge. Final touch came off Gonçalves, and it will be a goal kick. So Woods puts the ball on deck. From Woods towards Shea Willock. Beaten mid-air by Muggleton, but that's with Downs, knotted on towards Rowe Newton. Steaming in was Black to thump it into relative safety. Willock beats Harry Ollivant to the punch. Along the left touchline it goes, only as far as Ebanks, who returns to sender and in fact sends it out for a throw. Again, delay here as we try and get the match ball back. Finley Shorrock. With ball in hand just shy of the halfway line. There it goes from Shorrock. Willock. His header collected by Daff. Centre mid. He banks away. Zito's header into the midfield. Eddington. And now racing through is Ollivant to try and latch onto that loose ball down the right-hand side, but Charlie Woods gathers well. Not the cleanest of clearances from Woods, scuffed it a little bit. The Sphinx have got it on the left side through Jordan Hayward. Now it's with Shorrock. Acres of space out wide for Joe Percy. He's got Carey with him too. Percy tries to cross handball, claims that the arms were in by the side of Louis Nicholson. Here is Nicholson. Avoids the charging Percy. Poor control in the centre circle by Ollivant. Allows Woodward to snap it up for the Sphinx. Here's Shorrock. Floats it over Ebanks for Jordan Hayward to chase. And Hayward's got there. Options in the area, but Ebanks able to recover well. It's back with Shorrock. Now it's the Sphinx number one, Charlie Woods. Sphinx looking to regroup. It's been all Coventry Sphinx after the break. Can they make it count? Hayward. Shea Willock, it's a standing challenge from Black and takes the ball really too easily from Shea Willock. Eddington. That's with Ollivant. He got past Patrick Zito, but the ball didn't. Carey ducking and diving away from Lewis Daff. Newey tries to check his run. Attempted through ball by Kyle Carey, cut out by Muggleton. That's going to be a throw-in for the Sphinx. And the referee asking Grantham to get another match ball, of which they're not keen on doing quickly. And the match ball has actually been returned before the new ball was given to Joe Percy. Hayward. Nodded down for Gonçalves to thump away. Collected in the centre circle. Pat Zito. Out wide with Shorrock. Kyle Carey swipes away from Ollivant. And again, neat trickery on show from Kyle Carey. Hands off everyone, he's on a contract now. Downs to Guest. Can only find Gonçalves, slides in. Gonçalves able to avoid the challenge and that of Jack Downs. Advantage is given. Darlington's free on the left-hand side. After the injury, he's going to have the pace to zone in. It's Darlington for the hat-trick. Couldn't keep it down. Tried to curl it top bins. Just a few inches over. He had to think, would a fully fit Lewis Darlington have scored that? Woods. The target again, but the back line able to win that aerial duel. Here's Gonsalves. Shrugs off the challenge of Downs and Darlington through again. This time, Lewis Guest will beat him to the loose ball. Here's Woods, swept away calmly. Black. To the head of Shorrock. Percy heads it on. Willett chests it down in the area, but first onto the seconds is Eddington. Carey scrambling, trying to keep that ball. He's done so beautifully with a bit of help from Shea Willett. Great slide in by Nicholson. But still, Sphinx come for more. Percy wanted the free kick as there a slide from Nicholson, but he'll have the throw in halfway between halfway line and touchline. Callum Woodward looking for a free red and navy shirt. Finds Roan Nui. Percy. Through for Nui. Nui's ball in. Carey will leave it for Finley Shorrock. Heavy touch on by Shorrock into the path of Black. And now Darlington tried to scoop it over the head of Guest. Guest was not going to be fooled. Woodward plays it down the right-hand side. No one home. Nicholson with all the time in the world, and a collision between Gonsalves and Callum Woodward. Woodward has been penalised, steaming in, both going for the ball at full pelt. And Woodward has been booked. Referee placing the ball for the free kick to be taken, and Grantham with just 22 minutes to go are going to start wasting some precious seconds. Sphinx still yet to make their first change. You have to think, will Ballinger and Dew be introduced soon enough? In the air it goes. Percy nods away with Darlington preoccupied with Guest. Over a kick by Nui. Black's unchallenged in the centre circle, not for long. Jordan Hayward has hit the deck, and the referee may have to stop this one. Indeed he does, saying it was a head injury, while Hayward is now sat up. Well, the game has been so there's any inkling of a head injury, the referee has to stop it. And a substitution for Coventry Sphinx coming up. And it's Stanley Dube. And he'll be replacing Callum Woodward. Well, it's not been the best of afternoons for Woodward, it has to be said. Sphinx could be going for a change in formation here. Dube is a winger, Woodward's a centre mid. So are they going for one anchoring midfielder and a four-man attack? Dube getting involved early on. As Eddington looking for a route in from the right-hand side. Eddington down line. Harry Olivant. Slid out by Shorrock, corner. 20 left. Still 2-1. Grantham with the corner. A third goal would surely seize the points. Not going to get it here, or will they? Headed out again. It's a pretty dreadful effort. Sent high and wide, not at all handsome from Nicholson, the left back. Woods. Neither keeper has been particularly busy this afternoon. Only a couple of saves each. Headed out for a Sphinx throw, which they're going to try and take quickly. In fact, now it's going to be given to Grantham. And they're not going to take it quickly. Moggleton. Guest. Bit of help from Percy. Guest gets it back and thumps it up towards Jordan Hayward. Nodded on by Ebanks. Olivant. Not the most confident of controls. Luke Harris. Twisting away from Jack Downs. Now the chance across for Olivant. Covered up by Jube. Got Savas to finish. Blocked. Darlington was waiting but gathered by Charlie Woods. Harris has stayed down. Sphinx choose to continue. It's not a head injury. Darlington. And it's thumped up by Eddington, but Harris staying down. And the referee has asked Coventry Sphinx now to stop. Now the ball is in possession of the goalkeeper, and Harris may well need some help here. The referees, in fact, asked the physio staff to stay off the pitch. Harris is okay to continue. And we'll go underway again with 17 minutes left. Grantham closing in on their second league victory of the season. It has looked nervous after the break, but they're hanging on. Straight out by Woods. Sphinx just lacking a bit of conviction up front. Kick straight into touch, just shy of the penalty area for Grantham. Hoofed up by Moggleton. Gonsalves is the wrong side of Guest, but not the wrong side of Zito, who finds Guest. Guest back to Woods. To the head of Eddington in the midfield. Olivant. Harry Olivant with Gonsalves in support. Finds Eddington. Curls it over the woodwork. Half chances only really after the break for Grantham Town. And Sphinx preparing another alteration. It looks like Jamie Draper is coming on. In fact, they're going to wait to make the change. It looks like Draper's introduction is coming. We look nudged over in that exchange with Moggleton. Downs is up for it. Harris on the halfway line. Darlington, quick ball to Gonsalves. And Darlington chasing the ball down the left-hand side. Fantastic slide in by Joe Percy. Takes it out for the throw. Level with the penalty area. Sphinx can still call upon Callum Ballinger if he's needed. The last real attacking option the Sphinx have on the bench. Because Grantham have made 3 changes, 2 of which were enforced by injuries. Hoofed in by Sam Moggleton. Over the head of Richard Black. Downs. With Jordan Hayward only as far as Sam Eddington. Poor ball down the right, intercepted by Downs. Looking for Hayward, met in the air by Ebanks. Black volleys on. And volleyed high into the sky by Jack Downs, who bring it down. It's momentarily with Darlington, but Zito does enough. And now Willock's got some space on the right. If Kyle Carey can find him. No, he can't. Uncharacteristically poor ball from Kyle Carey. Not what we come to expect from the local lad. Towards Darlington. It's picked up by Stanley Jube. Zito in his own backyard. Lofts it up for Willock. Sorry, Finney Shark is just down the left-hand side. Zito was looking for Jack Downs, under hit, and now it's with Gonsalves to end it. Pinballed through the back line and brought to a safe stop by Woods. Who will Woods find this time? Again, straight onto the head of Daff. Distribution's not been brilliant for Sphinx. Here's Guest, nodded straight out again. This stage of the game, Sphinx should be giving it everything, but the passing has been poor. "13 minutes to go. Still Grantham Town 2, Coventry Sphinx 1. Indecision by Willock, and Muggleton went down like he'd just been shot by a sniper. There was a little hand in the chest from Shea Willock. I'm not sure it deserved that reaction, but it was a free kick. This is in Grantham's favour here, slowing down the pace of the game, wasting precious seconds as time ticks towards the 90th minute. The referee showed in the first half he is willing to add on any times he feels has been wasted deliberately. So Sam Muggleton, the captain, into the danger zone it goes. Woods gathers it well as Rodrigo Gonsalves tried to get involved. Floated upfield. Easy pickings for Richard Black. No one home for Sphinx. Locked to the right side, and Shorik again just nods it out. There's no real conviction here for Coventry Sphinx. Jordan Hayward. And Willock runs into the back of Muggleton. Takes him out of the action momentarily, but Roan Nui has got to the seconds. There's space out wide for Kyle Carey. He's picked out Carey. The offside flag is raised. He was halting his run as much as he could, and that's a cracking finish, actually, by Kyle Carey. But it won't count. That's the second time that Sphinx have had the ball in the nets, only for the officials to say it's not going on the board. Here's Hall. Zito up for it. Zito gets on the end of it. Jube couldn't bring it down. Harris to Darlington. Couldn't find a route around Patrick Zito, and it's claimed unchallenged by Charlie Woods. Sphinx running out of time here. It's played off the deck by Woods. Handball claims against Daff. Referee says nothing doing. It's chested down by Daff behind Ollivant. And Finney Sharp will bring it back for the Sphinx. Here's Lewis Guest. They need to get the passing right here as Sphinx are ready to make their second change. Poor ball from Guest and collected. Darlington. Gonsalves trying to steady himself. He was trying to be a bit too tricky there and finding a route past Lewis Guest. No nonsense defending from the Sphinx captain. Carey loops it over the back line. Willock racing to it. There's a hand in the back there from Shea Willock. There was. Referee says no foul. Willock had down in the area. Surely the referee has to blow. No. Grantham feel they were denied a stonewall penalty. If anything, you've got to say, that one's even more of a spot kick, but both sides have been denied clear-cut spot kicks at that end of the park. Shay Willock cannot believe it. Neither can Lewis Guest, who's remonstrating the match official. There will be I believe a throw-in on this near side. It will be a throw, but Sphinx cannot believe they've been denied a penalty here. They're going to do things the hard way. Percy in, Willock's up there as his Guest. And just wide by Roan Nui. Slid narrowly past the woodwork from close range. Nui, similar to the strike which Darlington scored in the first half. Oh, this is what Sir Alex Ferguson used to call squeaky bum time. The South Kesteven Sports Ground on the edge of their seats with just over 8 minutes to go. Curtis Hall. Towering header by Joe Percy. And that's straight out for the throw. And the ball, but the ball man is doing his best Mo Farah impression along the athletics track as he fetches the ball, but Sphinx have made sure that Grantham have got one now. Along the touchline it goes. Percy nods it as far as Eddington. Into the corner he goes. Percy. Did that one cross the line? No, it didn't. It was Nui tries to dispossess Gonsalves. There was a wayward arm there by Joe Percy, and Gonsalves holding his head. The referee has to stop it. It's a head injury. As Sphinx still waiting to make their change. It's the number 12 on the board. That's Riley Nicholson. Number 14 getting ready too. That's Draper. So 2 defensive changes perhaps here for Coventry Sphinx. Paul Seddon preparing the substitutes board. I think they're going to wait until after this set piece. This to seal it from Harris. Oh, he wanted to tuck it in the near post. It didn't reach it. The net thanks to Finley Sharrock, and a free kick given in the midfield as Daff hits the deck. Now Sphinx ready to make their change. As Daff has gone down injured now, he had to expect this now. Grantham are going to be wasting every second they can. Riley Nicholson replaced by Lewis Guest. So Guest is withdrawn. I think Guest is trying to figure out why he's being taken off. So Jack Downs will take over the captaincy. Ryan Nicholson on for the last 6 minutes. And it looks like Nicholson is actually going up front as a makeshift striker alongside Shay Willock. So Sphinx going to 3 at the back for the remainder of the game as Daff continues to receive treatment. Sphinx running out of time to find this equalising goal. Well, it won't be 1-1 this time. The last 3 matches of Coventry Sphinx have ended 1-1. It won't be the case this afternoon, but they still have the chance of a 4th consecutive draw. They were really the draw specialists last season. It was those draws which saved them from the drop. Consistently picking up points during this stage of the season. They need to try and do that to avoid falling down into the drop zone. Callum Martin and Jamie Draper going for a warm-up as we assume that more Sphinx changes are going to come. Eddington, not across the back line. This is a finish for Darlington, didn't hit it sweetly. And Jack Downs clears. That was a chance to win it for Grantham Town. Gonsalves. On the left-hand side. Oh, and no one home for Grantham. Collected on the far side by Olivant. They're lining up Grantham. Will they finally get their chance? Olivant couldn't hit the target. Rolls it low and just wide of that far post. And it's taken a touch on the way through. I believe it's going to be a corner. Well, Luke Harris will take the corner kick from the left flank. Harris nodded up and over. And Jack Downs is leaving the field now. He's going to be replaced by Callum Martin. And Kyle Carey replaced by Jamie Draper. Now that is a strange decision. Carey taken off when Sphinx most need a goal. Well, they're shoving Nicholson and Draper up front. They're going for route one here. They're going for the leaping ability of Nicholson and Draper. It's unconventional, but it just might work. Towards Draper, beaten mid-air by Muggleton, only as far as Zito. Draper again. This time it's the number 5, Black. But still, Sphinx aren't done. Haywood dispossessed by Ebanks. And remember, Sphinx have gone to 3 at the back. So they've got to be careful of counters here, but it's out on that far side for a Sphinx throw. It looks like a change for Grantham too. Their number 12 is getting ready. We'll let you know who that is in a moment. Draper. Into the corner he goes at the wrong end of the field as far as he's concerned. Usually a defender. Haywood in. Nicholson gets the header away. Couldn't get the power behind it. Will it races to the seconds? Tries to keep it in. And it will be a goal kick. Shepherded out by Lewis Nicholson as Freddie Allen prepares to come on for what will be the last 2 minutes of normal time. And Olivant has gone down with cramp. Well, I doubt Olivant is experiencing cramps. He's not played more than half of this game. Well, let's have a look through the Premier League scores. Fulham 1, Aston Villa 3, Ipswich 0, Everton 2, Manchester United 2, Brentford 1. They've turned it around there. Newcastle 0, Brighton 1, and Southampton 2. Leicester 2. In the Championship, Blackburn 1, Swansea 0, Middlesbrough 0, Bristol 2, Millwall 0, Derby 1, QPR 1, Portsmouth 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Burnley 2, and Stoke 1, Norwich 1. In the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands, Rushden and Diamonds 0, Cowser 3, Boldmere 2, Anstey 2, Kozel 0, Quorn 2. Get this, one that we were looking forward to seeing today, Corby 6, Long Eaton United 0, Darlaston 2, Sutton Coldfield 1, Hinckley 5, Rugby Town 0. As Olivant is actually being taken off here. So Harry Olivant, the substitute, is being substituted himself, replaced by Freddie Allen. Loughborough Students 2, Lye 1, Wellingborough 5, Racing Club Warwick 0, and Worcester City 3, Shepshed Dynamo 0. So some big score lines being thrown about the pitching in Northern Premier League Midlands. Coventry Sphinx at the moment 2-1 down with seconds remaining here at the South Kesteven Sports Ground. A great facility and a tense match this afternoon. Remember, we're live again, live from the drive on Tuesday night with the visits of Wellingborough Town, who are absolutely thumping Racing Club Warwick at the moment. Tickets £10 for adults, £7 for concessions. And there will be 9 minutes of added time. 9 minutes. So will the time waits to come back to haunt Grantham Town? Gonsalves, a third goal would surely win it for Grantham. Puts it into the area. Martin clears. under no duress. Nicholson to Jube. Almost playing as a wing back now. A sliding challenge made by Eddington. Eddington hits the ground. Referee says nothing doing. Here's Shea Willock playing as a winger now. It's an unconventional formation for Coventry Sphinx. It's not quite working at the moment. Zito slides away from Darlington. Willock. And gets the free kick here. 2 hands into the chest by Freddie Allen. Free kick on the halfway line to Coventry Sphinx. And I think there's going to be a yellow card here for kicking the ball away from one of the Grantham players. Let's see which one was booked. I believe it's Eddington, actually, who's been yellow carded. Now Sphinx. Woods with the free kick. Plenty of red shirts in there. Not across, but cleared by Daff. Zito. Sucked away by Nicholson. Now Finley Shorrock has to prevent Gonsalves from latching onto it and having a free run on Woods. It's back with the goalkeeper. Draper nods it on into the area. Goes Roan Nui. He'll be second to it, but forces Ebanks to punt it out for the corner kick on that far side. We've had 2 minutes of the added 9, so 7 left. Zito, that's a powerful one into the area. He was looking to catch Hall off his guard, but Hall taking every second that he can, and Hall hitting the deck there in flamboyant fashion. Well, Jamie Draper getting a little too close to Curtis Hall, but now the physio called over. Well, I've got to say, that's not exactly sporting from Curtis Hall. We try and give players the benefit of the doubt where we can, but that is something that Ronaldo would be embarrassed by. Well, I hope that Grantham have got a spare goalkeeper, because it doesn't look like Hall was going to be able to continue after that feather-like touch from Jamie Draper. Oh, I stand corrected. He's alive. He's alive. He's okay. He's going to continue. But the referee has been consistent in adding on time, at least. He's not been consistent in the decisions that he's made to either team today. It must be said, both teams should have had a stonewall penalty each in front of the goal to my right. But when it comes to the added time, it feels like we're at the Qatar World Cup. So Hall, after that miraculous recovery, is ready to take the goal kick. Well, there it goes from the Oscar nominee, Zito. Willock, we've got the final touch on that one. It will be a Grantham ball in front of the home dugout, as it looks increasingly likely that the Sphinx are going to leave empty-handed. And, well, that has got to go down as the worst throw I've ever seen. Well, there's time wasting, and then there's, well, whatever that was. There goes the throw from Muggleton. Well, I think Sam is definitely a Muggle, because that was anything but magic. Dube, racing clear. Hayward on the left-hand side, looking for Jordan Hayward, it's cut out by Ebanks, cleared as far as Callum Martin. 4 minutes of the original 9 to go, but I'd hazard a guess there's going to be added time to the added time. In it goes towards the penalty area. Nui was the target, but the defender clears. Shorrock gets some help from Nicholson. Now it's with Stanley Jube. Draper on the edge of the area, but everyone back for Grantham Town, as you would expect, and they're repelling Sphinx. Here's Joe Percy, the the fourth captain of the afternoon for Coventry Sphinx, with Woodward, Guest and Downs all taken off. Jordan Hayward chips it to the right flank. Here's Percy. They need his crossing pedigree. Percy in. Draper can only head it out of the area. Harris. And fired out on this near side for the throw-in. And the ball boys kicked the ball back onto the field, but Percy had already got himself a new one. Percy runs in front of the photographer to take the throw in and nodded into the grateful hands of Hall, who still hasn't collected the ball, by the way. Now Sphinx will close in. And I do believe there was a touch on Curtis Hall there, but he's managed to stay on his feet this time. Hall. Zito nodding it away from the Sphinx back line. Jordan Hayward. Deft flick of the head onto Nicholson through the centre circle, but collected by Eddington. Now here's Consalves. Martin. Punted down the left-hand side. Jordan Hayward will chase. I think Ebanks going to get there first. Yes, he is. It's a great slide by Ebanks. Throw in for the Sphinx, level with the box. I'd be surprised if Woods doesn't wait in the centre circle here. Well, Charlie Woods knows how to stay on his feet, so I'm not so sure about Hull. It's not the best of throws. Percy tries to get on the end of it. It's in again by Draper. Draper's in there and headed wide. Zito up two. It was Jamie Draper who got the effort away. Just a minute of normal time left. Of added time, well, normal added time, because there's going to be more. Hall taking his sweet time. Wants to make sure he gets this goal kick just right. There it goes. Darlington, whose goals have surely sealed the 3 points for Grantham. Taking it right into the corner. Zito with the challenge. Throw in right in the corner for Grantham, and that should be that. .30 seconds of the added 9 left. A change of throw-in taker, Harris. As the referee gives him the hurry up. Darlington into the corner. Shielding from Finley Shorrock. Snatched away by Nui, but Gonsalves with the interception. Then Shorrock shields the ball into touch for a throw. Shark taking a few yards too many in trying to take that throw. He finds Woods now. Sphinx have to get moving. They're running swiftly out of time. Here's Callum Martin driving down the left-hand side. Hayward. Challenged in by Ebanks. Stanley Jube. Hayward down the left-hand side. Can he get a second goal involvement and save Sphinx's bacon? Ball trapped between his legs. Corner to Coventry Sphinx, and Woods is coming up. Well, no one's leaving this one early because they've locked the doors. Everyone in that penalty area except for Callum Martin. In it goes. Shorrock diving onto it is Hall. Game over. Hall with ball in hand. All the referee has to do now is blow the whistle, and it's in his hand. Referee gives Hall the hurry up. He plays it off the deck. Still the whistle stays silent. Zito. Onto the head of Eddington, but Draper fires it up. Nodded down by Black. Roan Nui. Can he find a way through a congested defence? No, he can't. One man too many for Roan Nui to beat. And Grantham have found themselves in trouble, and they've given away a cheap free kick on the edge of the area. Riley Nicholson, the man fouled, as Grantham really should have dealt with that one, and they've invited Sphinx in for one last chance. Well, Kyle Carey's not on the park. Neither is Callum Woodward. The two free kick takers are absent, so it falls to Finlay Shorrock. It's certainly within shooting range. They've got the likes of Patrick Zito and Shea Willock in there. It's now or never. It's towards Woods. It's not out of the penalty area. And now Gonsalves racing towards an empty net. He won't need to score, though. The whistle is blown. Grantham's second win of the season in the league is confirmed. A bit of handbags at full time. Never nice to see. But Darlington's first half double has given Grantham the most welcome of victories. Sphinx dominated the second half and were curtailed by a plethora of time wasting. But the final score here at the South Kesteven Sports Ground in the Pitching Inn Northern Premier League Midlands, Grantham Town 2, Coventry Sphinx 1. Well, thanks for joining us here on the Coventry Sphinx YouTube channel. We're back on Tuesday with live coverage of Coventry Sphinx versus Wellingborough Town. If you want to join us for the action in person, it's £10 for adults, £7 for concessions, and £3 for kids. We'll see you next time. Thank you.